Morning, Joe.
Hey, Fraser, how you doing?
To do the pro bike feature.
Perfect. That's great. I'm glad you're here because my bike actually got a little bit dirty yesterday, so it might need a little bit of a clean before you talk about it because you can't actually tell what bike it is actually. So if you could give it a bit of a touch up, that'd be great.
Really?
Yeah, sorry. Hey, Fraser, you've missed a little bit. Just make sure you get that bottom bracket.
Now we are here with professional Australian long course athlete Joe Gamble's race day bike the day after he has raced on it. Now Joe has won so many Ironman 70.3s, I can't remember what the number is. He's also been on the podium at Ironman 70.3 World Championships and he has won an Ironman. And this is his Quintana Roo PRsix. So we'll get started with the Frameset on Joe's Quintana Roo. And before I talk about the rather interesting and cool features that this Frameset has, first up I'll talk about frame size. It's a small that Joe rides. But secondly, and more importantly with the Frameset, we've got to talk about paintwork. And the simplicity of this frame is what I like. The matte black is, I think, a really nice finish. But what really makes it pop and stand out are those luminous yellow decals. Really like that, and I think you can see it really, really easily on race day, so that's cool. But let's get to those interesting features. Now, integration is key on so many time trial bikes these days, and we see it clear and simple on this Quintana Roo. We've got a storage box that keeps everything nice and aero in behind the saddle, and a really cool feature on Quintana Roo's bike is if you can look closely, they've added a little light to the back corner, which just adds a safety aspect to all your rides without you even having to think about it. So that's really cool, and I haven't seen that on any other bikes. And then coming to the front of the frame, we can see this integrated bento type box that athletes can store, well, whatever they want. Joe has his Di2 junction box in here, and because we're the day after race day, I can still find some CO2 canisters and canister adapter in there. So in front of that bento storage box, we're moving into the cockpit in Joe's bike, and we can see that integrated stem there that holds the base bar in place. The base bar on Joe's bike is a profile design base bar. And then moving up into the aero bars, we've got, like a lot of pro athletes these days, 51 speed shop extensions, a really interesting ski bend that Joe is running, and then the 51 speed shop arm cups are fairly standard on a lot of bikes these days. So we're seeing that again here on Joe's bike. Even got some 51 speed shop bar tape on the bike. And then moving in between those arm cups, Joe's running quite an interesting aero design system to hold both his computer in place and it holds his water bottle for aero drink system, whether he's using a regular bottle or one of the ones that we see that you can refill on the go. I'm not sure what Joe has used. And this is an X-Lab system that we can just Velcro between the aero bars. And to finish off Joe's cockpit, we need to talk about his gearing and brakes. He's got his Di2 blips up here on the end of his speed shop bars, and he's running the Durace brake levers here, which he can use synchro shifting on. So on the front of Joe's drivetrain, he's got 55 39 tooth chainrings attached to 165mm cranks and Shimano Durace pedals on the end of those. Now moving through to the back of the Groupset, holding that together, we've got the chain obviously, and Joe's been running a ceramic speed coated chain, but because I had to clean the bike, you can't see any of that coating left on Joe's chain. But on the note of ceramic speed, there's also some ceramic bearings in here in his jockey wheels for his Durace derailleur. And finally on the Groupset, Joe's 11-speed Durace block is 1128. Now then, let's take a look at Joe's wheel set, and I think these zip wheels really add to the stealthiness that Joe's race setup has. I love that black look. The front is the Zip 858, the rear is the Zip Super 9, clincher wheel set, and lacing those rims, Joe has Conti GP 5000s with 23mm on the front and 25mm on the rear. So to stop those zip rims, Joe has got the Shimano Durace 9100 disc brakes. And the calipers that Joe has are the 140mm radius calipers. And I just think that this bike lends itself really well to a disc setup. I love this look a lot. Finishing up this frame set, we've got the saddle here, which is the ISM PN 3.0. Well, I am certainly extremely glad we managed to get all that dirt cleaned away on Joe's bike, because underneath there was an absolute beauty of a Quintana Roo for us to see. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Please hit that thumb up like button if that's the case. Don't forget to click on the globe, subscribe, and get all our other videos on the channel. And if you want to see another pro bike that's been done, give Joe's nice new clean disc a click.